Fans of Lost Ark, Path of Exile, and Baldur's Gate are in for quite the treat, as Dreamgate Games are bringing us a stunning, brand new amalgamation of magic and steampunk in the form of New Ark Line. You might want to take a moment and have a seat for this. Before we jump into what New Ark Line is, I want to take a moment here to thank every one of our patrons over on Patreon. You guys allow for me to keep pushing out video after video like this, and I deeply appreciate all of your guys' support. Also, if you have a moment, consider following me on Twitch. I stream there every weekend. I'm a fan of Neverwinter Nights. I'm a fan of Baldur's Gate. Top-down isometric RPGs were part of my childhood. I spent thousands of hours pouring all of my time and effort into top-down isometric Western RPGs and JRPGs. So whenever I see new games announced like Divinity Original Sin, Pillars of Eternity, New Ark Line, I feel the need to cover them and then subsequently play them whenever they release. New Ark Line caught my eye when one of the people that I follow over on Twitter liked a tweet that they made. I happened to see some gameplay of it, about 15 seconds roughly, and I was intrigued. According to the official website, New Ark Line is a story-rich, party-based RPG set during the Gilded Age of magic and technology. The story is set on the brink of the 20th century, featuring a fantasy world undergoing a technological revolution. There are a variety of races living together in harmony, millions of players in total, immigrants, mages, technologists, all looking for a better life. Beneath the social facade, social tensions are mounting, segregation, inequality, and corruption are running rampant, and a civil war is looming on the horizon. You, me, a single immigrant, might possess the ability to tip the balance of the world and ultimately decide and shape it for better or for worse. And admittedly, without even seeing gameplay, that limited yet captivating information has left me more interested than I have been in literally any MMO announced over the course of the last couple years. But I'm sure you guys are equally as interested as I am in seeing what the game has to offer, so let's go ahead here and look at their trailer. Now, this is apparently their devlog. Just kind of like a teaser trailer, showcasing some gameplay.
Hi, we are a game development studio, Dreammate Games. In this video, we want to talk about the story and game design of our upcoming project and show you what we have achieved so far. New Ark Line is a single-player action RPG.
This very strongly resembles the Elder Scrolls Online to me. Just the UI, specifically.
RPG, set during the Gilded Age of magic and technology. We take inspiration from the cult classics like Arcanum and Dragon Age, and among our modern influences are The Witcher and Divinity series. The story of New Ark Line takes place in a world that looks like ours at the beginning of the 20th century, but here... I
do want to note though, real quick, they're showing gameplay from an over-the-shoulder third-person perspective in the alpha footage here, and it states third-person exploration, but they've overhauled the perspective and changed it from a third-person over-the-shoulder camera to a top-down isometric perspective, like Lost Ark, like Path of Exile, and
in a world that looks like
I'm not sure why,
of the 20th century,
but
magic,
from what I've seen, it works.
Dwarves and fantasy monsters coexist in uneasy balance with steampunk gadgets, zeppelins, and Tesla guns. Magic and technology have fought against each other since the beginning of time, and your choices might influence which side prevails.
The adventure begins in a country which pretty much resembles the US of the late 19th, early 20th century. A country which is flooded by migrants who are searching for a better life. Yet, they will have to deal with the problems of these new worlds. The problems like corruption, social inequality, political power play, banditry. Of course, the conflict between magic and technology, which threatens to turn in a full-scale civil war.
Foreboding.
In Ark Line, you'll create the main character of the story. Choose your gender, appearance, race, and background. All of this will affect how the characters in the game will treat you, their prejudices,
I like
and
that.
many other aspects of the game. You will be able to choose a path for your character among many radically different branches. Master the secrets of magic to incinerate enemies with hellfire and break their will with voodoo.
The
Or
animations,
choose technology, invent deadly
admittedly, the animations definitely need some work.
weapons of war, and turn your character into a walking metal fortress.
В залежності від вибраної спеціалізації в магії чи технології, гравцеві відкривається можливість прокачки в спеціалізації різних класів, таких як стімпанк, дізельпанк або теслапанк, або декількох магічних шкіл.
Cool. I don't know what any of that means, but
We started our work 3 years ago with the Army of Two, with my partner Vlad, and an idea to make an RPG of our dream.
The first prototype of New Arcline received several awards and an epic mega grant, which allowed the studio to grow and hire many more talented developers.
We received plenty of great feedback from the community, from experts, from game developers.
The Russian invasion of Ukraine in February 2002 affected all
wait, what? In February 2002? Did he say 2002?
of Ukraine in the Russian invasion of Ukraine in February 2002
Has that invasion been going on for 21 years? Is that... It does... I guess it kind of feels like it's been going on for 21 years at this juncture, right? Wow. Man, this must have started when, like, Putin was a young man in college or something.
affected all of us deeply. But here we are staying strong.
Horrible situation. I don't mean to be laughing at the situation, but I mean, you know, they probably in the future fact check their scripts before allowing something like that to go live.
Strong, helping each other and our country, and continuing to work on this project that we love. Because building worlds and telling stories is still important, even in dark times like these.
Physically, studio is in Kiev, working as usual. We passed 2 significant development milestones from the beginning of the war. We are angry, motivated, and nothing will stop our release.
Perfect. Good. Glad to hear that. Now, New Arcline is admittedly a very ambitious project, and at the same time, I'm going to be completely honest here, I don't like the game's name. Nevertheless, the game does have the innate potential to be an incredible new RPG. This game could be filled with depth, it could be filled with personality, and honestly, from what we saw in the trailer, kind of looks like it might be heading in that direction. This game looks promising, it has decent quality graphics, a dev team that genuinely seems passionate about their game, lots of grandiose ideas. Yet there is still a lot left unknown. They've confirmed that they're working towards getting their Steam page up and functional, but when do they plan on releasing their game? Are they holding beta tests? Is there an early access planned? Will it require a premium purchase or instead launches a free title with in-game microtransactions? I guess I'll be keeping an eye on the game, and admittedly, if this seems like something you'd be interested in as well, then you should too. Now, if this is not something that you're interested in, no problem. I urge you to check out instead then one of these 2 videos that are on screen right now. I'm sure you'll find something that you'll enjoy. Trust me, there is a lot to be excited for this year.